5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lisa, it's your birthday.
God bless you this day. You gave me the gift of a little sister, and I'm proud of you today. Lisa, it's your birthday.
Happy birthday, Lisa. Lisa, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Lisa.
I wish you love and goodwill. I wish you peace and joy.
Yeah.
I wish you better than your heart desires and your first kiss from a boy. That's my shit right there. What was the beginning, though?
That's what he does in the beginning. He goes,
no, he doesn't.
He does it?
No.
On the downloaded version.
No, that's not that.
What does he do?
He's drumming on a trash can.
Oh. Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right, I got to listen to it again. Drumming on a trash can. All right, y'all, what's up? Welcome back to the No Chaser podcast. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
And I'm Nikki Blades. You got a little lost there for a second?
I zoned the fuck out for some reason.
It's because Blades isn't here. You know, you're thrown
I just miss her so much.
We both miss Nikki Blades and her outfits. Speaking of outfits, this episode of the No Chaser podcast is brought to you by GoodyBrand.com. We just dropped these new shirts. As you can see, we flipped the famous bag of rice that y'all love. And yeah, check it out. Fire. We were constantly dropping fire on goodybrand.com, so make sure y'all check it out.
It's true.
Oh yeah, Blades, we actually, full transparency here. After a long day of recording the No Chaser podcast last month, I said, I'm tired, y'all. Fuck this shit. Let's go home. And
fuck this shit, I'm out.
So we had to just do a little pickup episode without Blades just to stay on track.
Yeah.
Or else Cass was gonna, the powers at Cass would come down on me with vengeance and anger and what?
Jizz.
And jizz.
Come down all over my face.
Lots of angry, vengeful jizz. Just raining down. And then they get mad and they don't pay us like they're late with the fucking payments. Colin,
man,
what's good, dude?
Man, about to have to pay 2 in 1.
So yeah, man. How are you? First of all,
I'm good. It's hot as shit, but I'm good. I don't know how you're surviving over there.
I'm okay. You know what? I don't get hot like that.
No, you got the flu.
Yeah, I'm just constantly. I have long time COVID,
Gotcha.
and I'm just constantly running at like 100 degrees, and my body got used to it.
Okay.
Don't taste shit, don't smell shit,
Or you're anemic.
or that.
One of those.
You ever heard that thing where they say that people with really like weak immune systems are naturally attracted to people with strong immune systems?
Mm-hmm.
And so you've heard that.
No.
Oh, so I someone said that one time, and I thought that's crazy because I dated like a string of anemic girls.
Yeah.
Like,
What? Why though? That makes no sense.
yeah, no, I don't know if there's any science behind it, but I just remember feeling like
It's not like you can get some good immunity from that person. Like it's gonna rub off on them or some shit.
maybe jizz is filled with antibodies and immunities.
So what happens when the man is the one with the fucked up immune system?
Oh shit! And he's giving his weak antibodies to the girl.
And she's not jizzing in him.
True.
So it doesn't help.
Yeah, sucks for women, man. Speaking of women and healing, okay?
There we go.
Got a longtime homegirl stopping by today. She pulled up clutch for the podcast. I've known this woman, this lovely lady, for a very long time. She does so many things. But I feel like at the end of the day, it's just all about healing. You know what I'm saying? She gives great advice. She writes books. She writes articles. Wrote for Playboy. Was in Playboy. She does spiritual healing. She does the shit with the sound and the bowls. Give it up.
She be playing cards or some shit like that.
Yeah, doing some type of cards, and she be doing shit with her hands, and magical powers come out of it and shit. It's crazy, man. Make some noise for creator and mystic Bruna Nessif.
Yeah.
Hi, Bruna.
That was a beautiful intro.
I was trying to just give you all I had, man.
I know. Sound healing and shit. Oh my gosh. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hello there.
And you also have your own podcast,
I do. Return to Self.
Return to Self. Look at that. If that ain't a healing ass podcast name.
Like that's how she sounds on it too. Return to self. Welcome back to
Shut
Return
up.
to Self.
Do I really?
On today's episode,
You know what, though? In the
intention.
beginning, I felt pressured to do that.
I know you did. I can
Whatever.
tell.
But you don't know my life, okay? Just
I do kind of.
Did you feel pressure to do that as a healing podcast girl?
Or because it was
in
the mic.
general. What?
The mic for me early on made me feel like I had to talk a certain way.
Oh,
when we
there
could
is
hear
that.
ourselves?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. We definitely,
Yeah.
like, when you hear yourself, you do more of a, hey, what's up, y'all?
Right.
You know, we just.
You want to be sexy.
I think it's like, you know how when you get like a karaoke mic and you automatically want to start singing?
No.
It's like that. No?
It's not at all.
Well, for
No.
me, especially when I would like get in the studio for the first time and I had the headphones on, I hear myself, I definitely was like, I wanna just fucking start singing. You know what I'm saying? Put that auto-tune on me. I like the sound of my own voice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think when you start doing that, it's like, hey, what's good? This is different.
Yeah. I think it's a mix of that. And then when you start putting yourself out there in like a spiritual way, there's like this unknown pressure of like, oh, I have to come across a certain way to be
Yeah.
taken seriously.
Mm.
And so you're like, okay, now everyone. Da-da-da-da-da. And then I was taking voiceover classes and everyone, including my teacher, was like, you have a very calm, meditative voice. And I was like, what?
Really? You don't say.
What do you mean? So she like, she'll always send me stuff that's like, we need like a yoga teacher or a meditation person. So it kind of, I think, subconsciously made me feel like, oh, I have to sound a certain way. But over time, I was kind of like that. It's not fake by any means, but
Yeah.
it's like it's not completely true to who I am. And so I've found the balance, I think. Because, I mean, I still talk shit and, like, I curse and I say raunchy shit, too. And I want people to know that the two can coexist.
Hey, man, dichotomy. I'm all about it. I feel like you should do all that shit in your healing voice.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck that shit.
So you want me to be a phone sex operator?
I mean, I didn't say dirty
It
shit.
have to be sex.
But
I was
that's
gonna go
great,
there.
too.
I mean, times are
First off,
tough. We need
fuck
some.
your bitch and the clique you claim. West Side when we ride.
It's a great song.
intention, fuck these hoes.
That could be a really dope meditation album.
What? I'm stealing it.
No,
Sorry about it.
I'll do it. You can have a feature.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'm down.
We're gonna do it. It's done.
A healing feature. Fuck, that's funny.
You do a lot of shit. Like, how did you get into the whole? How did you even get into that? Because when I first met you, you were working at E Entertainment.
Oh my gosh, a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because like when I left E, I was so scared that I was like, who am I without it? You know, like it's such a huge company. It was my dream to work there. And I was privileged to get the job right after graduation in college. So
Without E, you're Bruna Nessif.
Shut
Bro, I was like, I know Ian Bruna. Fuck, can't make the joke. Didn't even think of the last name.
Cute.
Okay, sorry, go on.
Yeah, you know, the ego was like really happy with that job. It was like a big deal. People were so like, oh my gosh, Bruna from E. And so when I was leaving, I was like, damn, what's like just Bruna, you know? Like, what does that look like? And now I remember maybe like last year I posted a throwback from my time there. And so many people are like, I completely forgot you worked there.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dang, it's like a different life.
Man, isn't it crazy? I mean, I feel like, you know, all of us, right, at this point in our lives, you look back at a throwback and it's like, yo, this is a completely different life ago.
1,000%.
You know what I'm saying?
Multiple times.
Multiple times, like multiple lives.
I'm like, I'm witnessing someone else's experience right now.
Yeah, especially since, I mean, you don't really remember this shit. You kind of like look back on it like in bits and pieces and pictures and like
Yeah.
random like clips, right?
Yeah.
So for real, when I look back, especially when I catch an old vlog from like, I don't know, 15, however many years ago, I'm like, this is a whole other like this is like I'm watching a fucking prequel to my shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's
That's crazy.
I was looking at old videos last night, and I remember I literally said to myself, I remember her.
Yeah.
Like, I remember this girl.
Mhm.
But now it's like, it's crazy.
I thankfully forgot whatever the past was for me.
Yeah.
Because I didn't do
Bless.
that. Like, I didn't do vlogs or anything like that. Anything I look at in the past is like a comedic sketch. This is like, still me. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
you know
Like,
what
it's
I
not
did see?
me. It's the character. Yeah.
The video you and I did at your place about chivalry.
Oh, yeah. And I still feel that way.
I believe you. But even that, I was like, I just feel like that was a different version of me. It's still true to me, and I still feel very much aligned with everything we talked about. But even just like the mannerisms, the way I look, like everything, I'm like, oh my gosh, like you don't realize how much you change until you look back, and it's crazy.
It's pretty crazy.
Oh, that reminds me. Let me sit up a little bit because my this region has changed over the years too.
Posture.
Yeah, posture is a motherfucker. I've never had good posture.
Me
so
either.
That hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Me either.
So I mean, you've written whole ass books.
One
whole ass book. And I feel like, you know, when I knew you, that was like, well, after Bruna was, you were doing the books, you were doing a very like, well, tell us what the book was about. Just if people haven't read the book, what was your book
People
about?
haven't read the book, even though I cringe now rereading it.
Really?
It's like another one of those things. But I'm also really hard on myself. So obviously, like, my writing and the way I tell stories and everything has expanded and grown. So I wrote this book, like, I think at least 5 years ago now. So I read it and I'm just like, oh, why did you say it like that? Or like, you know, but we honor her for her journey. So the book is called Let That Shit Go, A Journey to Forgiveness, Healing, and Understanding Love. And when I left I was working on it while I was working there, but it didn't come out until I think a year after I left So when I left I was just like, you know what? I just want to see what I can do on my own. Like, what can I make happen on my own? And luckily, a lot of like freelance opportunities were happening with writing. So I, at the time, was celibate. So
Weird.
yeah, why? Right? No, I was celibate, and I wrote an essay for Cosmo that went viral.
What was it about?
Being celibate and not having non-committal sex. And apparently people loved to read about that. I was flooded with messages from men and women, all just like, thank you for talking about this. Like, thank you for, you know, speaking on this type of feeling and whatever. And so that was happening, which then obviously led to Jamaica, which we can talk about if you want to. But the book is basically sort of like, I guess you could say kind of like an anthology of different relationships with various men in my life to illustrate how I learned what love is and what it isn't, and how you can start to begin to see the traumas that come up. And of course, when you read it, people are like, oh my God, Bruna, like it was so clear. Like, and I'm like, listen, first of all, you're reading it after the fact. Like, when you're in it, you don't realize that you're experiencing the same shit over and over again in order for you to realize the lesson. So,
I feel like probably so many people, like, you know, when I think about it now, you talk about all the people that really resonated with your celibacy story, probably because, you know, that's rarely highlighted as like a positive thing. You feel me? It's like sex is so prevalent in the industry and the media, right? So when you have someone talking about, yo, I'm celibate and you're not ugly, it's like, oh shit, this person's celibate
by choice,
on purpose. This is crazy. This makes me not feel crazy for wanting to not have sex, you know?
I mean, I got a little bit of everything, right? There were some women that were not happy with me because they felt like I was suppressing feminine sexuality. And I was like, that's not it at all. Big fan, you know? But my main thing, it wasn't about not having sex as much as it was about I don't want to feel obligated to have sex in order to make this something more than it is.
Yeah.
And so it was about the intention.
I got you.
And so I took that out of the picture where I was just like, I'm not going to have sex with you if I don't feel emotionally safe and ready to with you. And usually that wouldn't happen until there was some form of a commitment.
How long
for
did you do
me. So I didn't have like a timetable set. I was just like, I'm just going to do it until I'm ready to stop. And it ended up being 3 years.
that? Damn.
I know.
And then after that, you're like, God, why did I do this?
You know what it was? It there was more pressure then because I was like, well, who's it gonna be?
Who's the one that's gonna end my 3
Who's
years?
it gonna be? And like, am
Better
I
be
gonna
worth
regret it? I was so scared that I was gonna do it and then be like, damn, I broke it for this. You know, like.
Y'all know what it is. HelloFresh's recipes are so delicious. I use HelloFresh all the time, and you can savor every last second of the season with HelloFresh. They deliver fresh, quality produce from the farm to your door in less than a week, so you can enjoy the delicious flavors of the season right from home, okay? And what I love about it is effortless, okay? You can save time, money, and stress. Update your delivery address and enjoy HelloFresh at your vacation destination or wherever you're at. And it's all flexible, so they work with your ever-changing schedule. Lord knows I'm busy. We got the baby running around all the time. We just don't have time to always go grocery shopping, look up recipes, cook up a whole ass meal. That's why HelloFresh comes in clutch. And you know, I'm trying to get sexy. I'm always trying to get sexy, and that's why HelloFresh is lit, because they can help you reach your goals, okay? HelloFresh offers veggie, pescatarian, fit, and wholesome meals to make it easy to stick to your goals. I just hired a personal trainer. He's like, Tim, what you be eating? I'm like, dog, I be eating a HelloFresh. And he was like, great. Keep it high in protein, because that's what you need right now, okay? And guess what? Just for y'all, we got a special treat, okay? Go to HelloFresh.com and use code NOCHASER16 for 16 free meals across 7 boxes and 3 free gifts. Did you hear me? I said go to HelloFresh.com and use code NOCHASER16 for 16 free meals across 7 boxes and 3 free gifts. Now that's just lit.
So I'm actually visiting my sister right now, and DoorDash is saving us. So it's my niece's birthday, and you know, we may or may not be prepared fully, okay? But DoorDash is here to save us, because not only does DoorDash partner up with a lot of local restaurants, they actually do groceries as well. So when Auntie forgot to bring the chips, you know, I just hit up the DoorDash real quick and I'm able to get all the snacks that we need. And trust me, no one is gonna know that I dropped the ball, because DoorDash is saving me. And every time you place an order or pickup or delivery, you're not only gonna be helping out local businesses, you're gonna be causing a chain reaction. It's the people in your neighborhood, it's somebody's mom, it's somebody's sister, it's somebody's dad. You're gonna be helping them out. And with DoorDash, you're not just getting the things that you love, but you're supporting a community that you love too. So for a limited time, our listeners are gonna get 25% off and 0 delivery fees on their first order of $15 or more. You gotta download the DoorDash app and enter the code NOCHASER. That's 25% off, up to $10 value and 0 delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter the code NOCHASER. Don't forget, that's code NOCHASER for 25% off your first order.
But it was
Well, quick question. You were jilling yourself off, right?
oh, we were DJing every night. Okay. So I guess it wasn't like true celibacy, like
Man.
you know, right.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
you know, it's in italics. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like there's a little bit in there. I have needs, you know?
Of course.
Yeah, everybody got a nut.
Right.
Everybody got a nut. Okay, so you brought it up. So you were celibate when we were in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Okay, so quick side note, tangent. I've told this story, I'm sure, a handful of times. Me and Rick were at a butt naked resort together in Jamaica.
The way that sounds every time. Every time.
But it wasn't just us. We were invited for an event. Specifically, it was a Jamaican jerk chicken cook-off.
Mhm.
And a bunch of influencers were invited. Me, Rick, and also Bruna. If you listen to me tell this story, I said, yeah, we had a homegirl that was there with us, and Bruna was that homegirl influencer who was also there.
But
Yes.
if in the story he said something incriminating about the homegirl, then it wasn't her. Because I don't
Correct.
remember how much we talked.
Right.
Nah, she
Correct.
didn't do anything, so I doubt.
No,
Yeah.
we didn't have no crazy stories about Bruna. No.
No. But what's funny is, so it's full circle. So the Cosmo article gained so much traction. That's what got the attention of the PR company for the resort we went to. So they're like, hey, we're trying to like rebrand and attract younger people. Probably same shit they told you. And I was like, you understand I'm not having sex right now, right? Like, I'm not really sure I understand why you want me there.
Right.
And they were just like, no, we're trying to show people that that's not all this place is about. And we think you can really help with that. So whatever, we figured it out. And when they confirmed my flight and stuff, I had a panic attack.
Why?
It's going to get real deep, but it's great because it's going to transition into the healing aspect.
Yes.
So I had a legit panic attack a few days before we left to Jamaica, before I knew you guys were going to go, because I didn't know until like the day before or something.
Right.
But I remember I was driving and I just started feeling it. Like I was having a panic attack and I was like, oh my gosh. And I get anxiety with traveling a lot.
Okay.
And I didn't realize until earlier this year, because of all the healing work I do and all the shit that I'm like curious about, my first experience with travel was when I was a baby and I left Lebanon, obviously. And that was the most traumatic experience because my mom and I had to leave in the middle of the night on boat and they bombed the boat.
Oh, shit.
So I'm a baby. I don't remember this shit, you know? But that, just to tap into like the healing aspect of things, like your body remembers a lot of the trauma that your mind may not because it's trying to protect you. And I remember asking my mom when I was asking her more stories, I was I like crying hysterically? Like, was I like, what was how? She was like, you didn't make a peep. Like you were, I was the one that was like hysterical. So then you think about like, as a baby, you're internalizing all this fear that you can't even make a sound and you're absorbing everything. And I'm like, oh shit, I freak out anytime I'm going to travel because my body becomes activated by that memory that I don't even remember. And then also I was like, holy shit, it's my first time traveling alone. I'm going to a hedonism resort. And I've experienced sexual trauma. So I'm like, am I literally like walking into the lion's den? Like, is this a horrible idea?
Yeah.
And I remember I prayed and I was like, God, please just give me some reassurance that like I'm going to be safe and protected.
And God answered your prayers.
No, but for real, that literally right after she emailed the flyer and I saw both of your faces on it and I was like, holy shit, ease. Like immediately, because I was like, okay, I know two people who are going to be there. Like I feel so much better.
I've always felt that God's working through me for multiple
All right.
different reasons and ways.
I'm pretty sure I'm his main vessel.
And I tell you what, being butt naked on that hedonism resort is what confirmed it in my mind.
Listen,
Watching Bruna run around naked securely and confidently, I thought, God, we
did that. Go us.
oh my God.
Well, that's beautiful. I didn't know all that.
I know. I realized earlier today because I was like, oh, we'll probably talk about Jamaica. And I was like, I never told them that story.
Yeah.
But it was really nice because obviously, like, I really wanted to go. It was a dope experience, but the fear was like, fuck, like, I almost wanted to pull out. But yeah, that was a great trip. That was really fun. I think about it often.
It was a good time. Yeah, it was so fun. Was it difficult for you to be celibate out there? I mean, you saw a lot of old white dicks on the beach. So I mean,
very tempting.
I bet.
Those are the best out here.
They seem to be snagging up all of our age homegirls. So I mean, I don't know, man.
Listen,
I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? One day you got a sexy ass homegirl on Instagram. The next day she's with them in a resort with an all white dick.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
They must be really charming, you know?
Gotta be.
that's what I'm doing wrong. You know?
It's
The
funny because it's
temptation
true.
was thick. Absolutely.
What?
No, it wasn't. The temptation was thick. No, I did get propositioned a few times,
I bet. Yeah.
but I declined. I did tell myself before the trip, even though I'm on the celibacy journey, if an opportunity arose that felt aligned, I was going to give myself permission to just do it, you know? So I was just kind of going with the flow. Everyone who tried to invite me in, I was like, no. you know, like, no thanks. So it just wasn't that. And I think, I don't know if you guys felt this way, but when I was there, I was like, oh, I see why you wanted us here. You know, like I see why like you're trying to sort of bring a different type of audience. I mean, I'm all here for these older people just being free.
Living their best life.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that's who they need, though. They don't need our age group or our age group at the time there. Because it's just going to be a fuckapalooza.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking, too. Because there was a part of me that was like, wow, I was so scared that people are going to be so aggressive and like grabby and like, oh no, you know, all the things. And that was not the case at all.
No,
like by any means. And then I started to wonder, like, is it the demographic that's here, or is it the fact that this is a thing that's so open and just sort of like available that it doesn't become so taboo and like, ooh, we need to do it?
I mean, I think it's both, you know, like whenever you hear anybody who like frequents nudist activities, it always is like, you know, everybody was respectful. Everyone's just constant eye contact.
Right.
It's like taboo to stare. It's taboo to film. Like if you watch the vlog of that trip, you know, I never vlogged the actual resort because I know it's just people out there trying to be naked, trying to have a good time. If I ever vlogged, it was like when we were at a dinner or when, you know, it was just like
getting ready for the
toga
party.
Yeah, some shit like that.
Me sparking up in the background, you know,
something like that.
Did
that happen? I forget. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sure you. Yeah.
When in Jamaica,
or
you know, anywhere. Honestly,
yeah. So, I think that's just kind of what goes with it. And yeah, for sure, you know, it's an older demo. Like, I mean, yeah, like you said, that's why they invited us. They're trying to make it a little more hip, but you know, it's not everybody can afford to go to stay in a resort in Jamaica. And
right, and also like get the experience we got.
Yeah,
because like we had that dinner on the water, and then we took that yacht out. That was by far my favorite.
Oh,
that was so fun.
That was the best day.
And we weren't even naked.
Yeah,
right.
You guys, my gut is acting funny. Okay, you gotta trust your gut. Okay. What particular issue did I have? Your boy just, I don't know, man. Sometimes I feel, I poop a lot, but sometimes it don't feel right, you know? That's why I F with Aura's Trust Your Gut Probiotic and Prebiotic Supplement, which contains some of the world's most powerful probiotic strains, along with prebiotics to help the good bacteria thrive in your gut so your probiotics work smarter and not harder, okay? So here's the thing. If you ain't know, probiotics support optimal digestive health and healthy gut bacteria, okay? It has great support for bloating and common digestive issues, and a healthy mix of probiotics in your gut have also been linked to having a strong immune system and can even impact your mood, okay? Now, Lord knows we need a strong immune system nowadays with all the crazy illnesses going around. Prebiotics are a special type of fiber that helps support the health and growth of beneficial lactobacillus and bifidobacterium bacteria in the gut. Duh, I don't know if y'all knew that or not. And a high prebiotic content is crucial to the efficacy of your probiotic, okay? It's available in capsule or powder form, which is great for smoothies or adding them to oatmeal. Y'all know I love oatmeal. And it's third-party tested for common allergens like gluten and dairy, all right? So, with its variety of products, Aura is your one-stop shop for clean, quality, plant-based nutrition that works. Unlike many companies, Aura Organic has a strict commitment to produce only plant-based, cruelty-free products. They believe plants do it better for your health and the planet, okay? You got nothing to lose. So, try Aura's products today, and if you're not happy for any reason within 60 days, get a full refund. No questions asked. Get 30% off your first subscription when you text CHASER to 64,000, okay? Text CHASER to 64,000 and get 30% off your first subscription. That's CHASER, CHASER, to 64,000. Message and data rates may apply. Terms apply. Available at auraorganic.com/terms.
So going to the mall to get your ears pierced used to be a rite of passage. I definitely did it. And if you look around today, it seems like tattoo parlors are your only option if you want to level up your ear game. And if that's not your thing and you want something more grown up, then you need to check out Studs. Studs is reimagining the piercing experience for each and every ear. Want to get a new or even first time piercing but you're feeling a little scared? Fear not. Studs only pierces with single-use needles, never guns, so it's way safer and way better, especially for advanced piercings. Now, when I got my ears done, I did not have the Studs experience. I had the little thing and it was traumatizing. And I know that when I go and get them done again, I'll be going with Studs. So right now, Studs is offering our listeners 20% off your first purchase when you go to www.studs.com/nochaser. So go to studs.com/nochaser for your 20% off your first purchase. One more time, studs.com/nochaser, and you can get some of these.
I remember specifically it was one of those, for some reason, whenever people go on a boat or catamaran ride, motherfuckers always want to go swimming in a cave.
So fucking weird.
Me and Rick were like,
I did that.
I know you did. That's what I'm saying. Everybody always does that. And me and Rick, thank God I have you in my life.
Man.
Because we were both like, pass.
Yeah.
We're going to sit on this boat.
You know what, though? The ocean terrifies me.
Me too.
That's why I did it, though, because I was like, man, I'm in fucking Jamaica. Like, I don't know if I'm ever going to have this opportunity again.
Yeah.
Let me just fucking do it. So the cave part was dope. Jumping off that cliff.
Yeah, you did the cliff dive at
Rick's Cafe.
Rick's Cafe, yes.
That shit, the second I got to the top, I was like, ooh.
It was like,
I regret this decision immediately. And the guy was yelling. He was like, you gotta go. You gotta go. And I was like, oh my God. So.
Did you did you hit the water funny? Did it hurt your butt, your boobs, your nose?
I don't think I hit it funny, thankfully, but it still like hurt a little bit because it was a pretty steep drop. And then I remember just like trying not to freak out because the guy on the boat or whoever it was kept saying like, hurry back, because the sun's going down and we don't want you in the water once the sun sets. And I'm like trying to just get back to the fucking boat.
Like the sun was fucking racing.
It feels like that. But no, that was the best time. And I remember on the way back, I was laying back and I was high and I was like looking at the stars and I just kept saying like, God, I want more of this. Like this experience is incredible and I want this as much as I can in my life.
Let me ask you this. Was it weird being naked around me and Rick since we were your homies? And
No.
You know? Yeah, I guess not. We're all just
I don't like even when I did the Playboy shoot, I was talking to my friend yesterday actually about it. And I was just like, when it comes to nudity, like there's always that initial like, you know, like, because I know y'all are going to look and then your mind's going to say things. It's just natural.
Yeah.
But after that sort of like initial, I don't really give a shit. Like it's.
Yeah, I guess the same. Like, I mean, when we finally crossed over into the nude side versus the prude side.
Correct.
I remember, and I told this story on the podcast. I'm not gonna get into detail, but I don't think you knew this. But when we were, you know how there's that giant hot tub on the nude side, and I remember being underwater and being like, God, I don't want to like come out the water with limp penis. So while everyone was just kind of talking, did I tell you the story?
I think so.
I have to. Okay, yeah. So y'all know the story. You listened to it before, but I'm just like underwater, like let me just rub it a little bit, get it like 35% engorged,
little fluff,
just a little fluff. So when I come out the water, anybody who's glancing gonna be like, oh, okay, cool.
That's hilarious. I'm still stuck on the fact that you were underwater.
No, we were all sitting in the giant hot tub, remember?
Oh, I thought, but I
wasn't
thought
submerged.
You were,
jerking off.
I was like, what were you doing under
Like, that's
the
funny,
water?
y'all. I'll be right back.
Let me look at these titties and dicks real quick so I can get my shit up.
What I do remember is the first time our group decided to get naked in front of each other was after the toga party, I think, because we did that like foam party or whatever.
Oh,
the fuck.
yeah.
So our shit was already like, it was heavy, it was messy, it was whatever. So we went in the pool all together. And I remember I went to use the bathroom and someone else, a guy also had to go use the bathroom. Do you know what I'm talking
We know
about?
what you're talking about?
Yeah, so.
And he was fully erect.
Yes. But I just remember
weird.
coming back. I'm not thinking shit, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm like, you're going to the bathroom here. I'm going to the bathroom here. Obviously, everyone's naked. And I'm coming back, just jump in the pool. And then I don't know if it was you or Rick. I feel like it was Rick.
Probably.
And I think Rick was like, did y'all do something? And I was like, what? No, why? And he's like, he is fully erect right now. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Wasn't me.
Yeah.
I still don't believe it.
So you say.
Still don't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Listen.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's fun.
Good times. Good.
That sounds like you did something.
I did not do anything.
Nah, I believe you.
I believe you because of who it was.
Right. I was
Great.
Yeah.
So it's not because of me and my character, my
Nah.
integrity.
It's Jamaica. You were horny for 3 years. No one would have blamed you.
I know, right? Like the
So
strength. Because I did get one proposition from a couple.
Oh, word?
You should
Yeah.
have did that.
Yeah.
You
Why
didn't tell
didn't
me
you?
that. I would.
I know, I didn't tell you guys.
Right now.
I think I vaguely remember you mentioning it to me.
Do you remember that area that was like, I forgot what they called it, but it was like all the mattresses and
Yes,
candles
the
outside.
room, the fuck room.
Yeah.
Right. And they said, like, allegedly, we were told that you could only enter if a woman invited you in.
Mhm.
Yes.
And that night that we were all just hanging out and like playing ping pong and dancing on the fucking grass or
Not
whatever.
naked. We weren't playing ping pong.
Right.
Naked.
I received an invitation from a couple. They were like, "Hey, do you want to meet us in the room or whatever?" And I thought about it,
Damn.
but I was like, "No."
Were they attractive?
They weren't unattractive, but it's just like I knew that if I was doing it, I would only be doing it to say I did it
Well,
and not
yeah.
because I actually wanted to do it.
Right.
I mean, that's why you jumped off the cliff.
No, I wanted to do it.
All right.
Stop trying to put me in a threesome.
Fuck couples, Bruna. Damn.
Yeah, let me tell you something, man. Like a lot of I have plenty of experiences from my whole days where a lot of shit was like, hey, look, man, I'm gonna just do this so I can say I did it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And to this, like, if I was single, like, it'd be a lot of just weird shit I would do, just be like, yeah, nah, that happened.
I
For
did
the
that once.
story.
For the
I mean, I
story.
get it. It's also, I wasn't attracted to
Nah,
them
I mean,
enough.
Yeah.
I feel you.
So
feel
I was
you.
like,
Mm.
you
It'd
know,
be like that. Yeah.
It'd be
Next
like
time.
that.
right. There'll be more opportunities.
Well, you know, hey man, that was a good time. It was definitely like, look, it was seeing a familiar homegirl on the flyer was definitely nice to be like, okay, cool. We get it's not
Right.
just now it doesn't feel like me and Rick are just going somewhere naked together. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like we got a homegirl.
It was nice. It was nice because it was also just like, you're in Jamaica
Yeah.
and it was fun. I don't know how I ended up getting an extra 2 days.
I know
Oh,
why.
yeah.
I was there a day before you guys and a day
they
after.
owe me a free stay. I just realized that.
Yeah,
This
because
is
you
true.
won the fucking shit, you jerk off.
Yeah, that's right. Jerk chicken off. That's right.
That was rigged, though.
Right.
Whatever.
Everyone was like, okay, we get it.
Yeah,
Tim
sure.
won.
I said mango salsa. I think that's what did it. But
Is there like an expiration?
better not be, because I need to collect that one fair and square, motherfucker. Shit.
Yeah, you should go back.
Yeah, I'll take
I'd go back.
Tell him, like, I will take the monetary value of this prize. Just
Would
get
you
the
want to
money.
go back? Like,
I would love to go back. It was a good time. Like I said, you know, I mean, like I said on previous episodes, I thought I was going to be down to be way more naked. There were just so many, like the employees there were all Wild 'N Out fans. So it's like, that was a
That's
little weird. I didn't want
weird,
to be
yeah.
naked in front of fans. You feel me?
yeah.
Like that's what was felt a little awkward. Like everyone was super nice. No one was weird about anything. But, I just knew they were fans. I was like, I don't want my dick out, especially my limp dick out around fans. It's
Right.
like-
And I
Right.
don't want my hard dick out.
yeah, exactly. So it's like you know,
Hard
to-
having your dick out, boy.
yeah, to maintain that like that comfortable medium is difficult, you know?
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's like when you go to the doctor and you don't want to be, you know, you gotta like just low key fluff a little bit just in case the assistant walks by or something like that. You know,
Yeah.
it's just sometimes
Got it.
It's difficult.
Got it.
All right. Well, speaking of doing this, how'd you? Speaking of
That
rubbing
was a
your
beautiful
fingers,
transition.
yeah, speaking of rubbing your fingers and making something nice,
You're thinking of Miss Congeniality.
I've actually never seen it all the way.
What?
I know. I hear it's great. I love Sandra Bullock, but I
Clearly not
I've never seen
enough.
the whole thing. I've never seen the whole thing. I'm sorry. Did she do that?
Her talent for the, what's it called?
Show?
The fashion
pageant?
show.
The pageant.
Pageant, yeah.
The pageant was she filled these glasses with
Oh,
water and
mm.
she was making sound,
Ah,
which
yes.
is similar to what we will experience.
Right. Okay. So if you follow,
But not with your
Bruna-
finger.
Not with your finger.
Not
you
with
do,
my
you do
finger
a thing.
and no water.
Okay. You do what's it called? What's like the proper term for it? I keep on calling it bowl healing,
Sound healing.
sound healing. Okay.
You're close.
All right.
So yeah, the healing stuff started. I mean, the healing and spiritual stuff has been with me my entire life, but I just didn't really I didn't talk about it with anyone. I didn't I wasn't out with it because for a long time it was like people are gonna think you're fucking crazy. You're like weird for doing this, believing this, whatever. But I think at some point you're just kind of like fuck it, right? So I went to my first sound bath in 2016 maybe, and I had like the most insane experience where I was having like vivid flashbacks of very clear images that I was like, I don't know what I just saw. Afterwards I was with two girlfriends and I was like, what did you guys see? Like what happened for you? And they're like, we saw colors and textures. I was like, I saw a damn movie. Like there was a whole thing. And so I started sort of diving back into it and learning more about it. And I was always just drawn to the bowls. Like there was a shop near me that sells like metaphysical stuff. And they would have like these bowls out that you can just try. I would literally go just to play with the bowls because I liked how they sounded. Then I'd get yelled at because they would get really loud. And they're like, can you? And I'm like,
can you not do that? These are
sorry.
for eating cereal, man.
But that's when I invested and I got myself my first bowl, which is the one I brought. It's for the heart. And
You brought your first bowl to us?
Yeah.
Thanks, Bruna.
I know. So sweet. But yeah, so everything's energy, and the bowls, depending on what chakra it resonates with, operates on a very specific frequency.
Okay.
So it can help sort of alleviate and break down any energetic blocks or stagnant energy that is within the body.
All right.
It's also just relaxing. And so even if the least thing that you experience is feeling some calm and peace within the body, I mean, I feel like today that's still worth
For sure.
a lot. So yeah, I just started fucking around with the bowls and then do the duality.
I love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So before we do it, for those of us here, me and Rick, and for those listening at home, what do we need to like get into any type of like, do we need to tell each other anything, or like I don't know,
do you want to tell us something?
I'm saying like look to your neighbor and say I love you, or like what, how do you mentally prepare?
I need you to reveal
Neighbor
your
and
deepest,
confess to a
darkest
murder.
fear. No, it's so sound healing experiences are obviously always different depending on the practitioners and who's doing it. I've been teaming up with two of my really close friends who are also sound healers. I don't necessarily consider myself like a sound healer. I do readings and I do that stuff more. But I appreciate the senses and like stimulating the senses. And for me, sound is really important. So when I do something, I'm big on trying to get all the senses involved. Obviously, like today we can't do that, but I did bring rose essential oil because rose is correlated to love and self-love. So we do like some deep breathing with the essential oils, and then you just relax, like whether that's sitting up, how you are, if you want to lay down, you can. And I always say like, this is for you. So all you can do is really just allow yourself and give yourself permission to surrender to the process. Maybe you fall asleep. Maybe you just like let your mind wander wherever it goes. Some people have physical reactions, whether that's like some jolts, some twitches.
Jolts.
Oh, I mean, when I started doing my own healing, like going to other practitioners I was like damn near crumping on the ground.
Interesting.
People thought I was having like a seizure.
Catching the Holy Ghost.
Goes again. Body trauma. So you may not consciously know what you're storing, but I told myself, because I used to be so scared of like what people thought of me. So obviously when you're surrounded by people and now your body wants to like convulse and you're just like, shut up, like stop doing it. But I'm like, fuck it. Like if that's what I need to do in order to release whatever is like stuck, I'm going to do it.
All right.
And it's something.
All right. Well, I mean, I've never done this before. Have you, Rick?
Yeah.
Oh, you had this done?
Oh, he said it like this is like.
Did you convulse?
Fucking master. I fell asleep.
Oh, okay. Word.
Beautiful.
Snoring?
Oh,
Yeah.
If we
lovely.
could get
Got
it.
shamed for it afterwards too. You ladies know who you are.
Should he have been shamed for that, Bruna?
Absolutely not.
What the hell, man?
You reached such a
Women's
deep
boy.
sense of relaxation. You've never done anything?
No, I turn it off immediately. When someone is sound bathing, I kick the bowls and I run away.
Interesting. If
So-
you do that today, I will fight you.
No, I've never done that. I've done like yoga.
Yoga's great.
And like I've done like guided meditation type shit before.
Does that work for you?
I relax.
Yeah.
I get into specifically one time in college was probably my first time doing like a real ass guided meditation where I felt something from it
Mhm.
because like it was a Taoism class and it was
Ooh.
the end of the class and the professor had us all close our eyes and he did this thing where he's like, okay, focus all your energy. Imagine all the energy in the entire universe is in your big toe.
Hmm.
And he's like, now once you've like you feel this and you've like harnessed this, like imagine all the energy in your big toe is like spilling into the next toe. And he went like really slow. He's like the next toe, and then like eventually it filled up like your foot, and then it filled up like your whole body, and then it like left your body and like filled the classroom. And he kept going, right? Until like the energy was like filled the earth and then filled like the galaxy and then filled the universe. And then, as cliche as it sounds, you start to feel at one with the universe. You know what I'm saying? You start to feel like, oh, this energy that I was focused on is now like everywhere. And you're like, I'm everywhere. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And he's like, okay, open your eyes. And I was like, oh my God, I feel great.
How'd I get back here?
Yeah.
Right. How did it feel in your body, if you remember?
You know what? I just felt like really full. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I felt relaxed, and I felt like even now I feel like if I like close my eyes, I can remember how it felt, and it feels like, oh yes, I felt good. I felt like satisfied. You know what I'm saying? And I felt calm. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So you got a lot of pressure to live up to. If I don't feel that shit right now, I'm breaking this fucking bowl.
I'm not even worried, please.
If I don't start snoring,
Okay, so
Well, how do what you need to do? How do you need to set up?
yeah, let's do it. Okay.
do we need to reset the camera?
We'll
or
see.
you
We'll,
okay?
we'll we'll edit out the fluff if need be. I brought my robe specifically so I could be nice and comfy for this.
Yeah, I mean,
I got my hoochie daddy's hoochie shorts on.
yeah, you are showing thigh.
Yeah.
There is serious thigh happening. But you know what? We're here for it. Body positivity. We
Let's
love
get
it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's negative right there.
What?
When you have to say body positivity,
Is
it
Oh.
means it's negative.
What are you
Is
saying?
And you have to be like, hey, but it's okay. It's okay that you
It's
have
okay
thighs
that
look
you want to
disgusting.
flash your
out.
thigh.
Yeah.
But Bazzy Busy Bee.
No, please. Stop trying to get me canceled. Okay.
Okay. Which one? Okay, I'll go with. Oh God, this is crazy. I'll go with the left one. And I'm rubbing them together. Did I skip a step?
Wow, you're all out.
So just for those of you who are listening, Bruna walked over and she has rubbed. She has put a little bit of
Fentanyl.
rose fentanyl on her palms.
Oh no. All right, so you're gonna rub it together. You're
Rose
gonna cup
oil.
your
Rose
nose,
oil.
take some deep breaths in through the nose.
Oh.
Hold at the top. And slowly exhale through the nose.
I went out of my mouth. I'm sorry.
You failed. Try again. In through the nose. Hold. Slowly exhale. And just keep doing that at your own pace while I set up this bowl. Do you guys want to stay seated, or are you trying to get on the ground?
I'll get on the ground with you if
If you're going to get on the ground, try to lay down flat and with your head facing towards the bowl.
lay down flat, head facing towards the bowl. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do it like how your mic, how Tim is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here, I can move back too.
Oh, I didn't know I could do that.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh, my fault.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. Let's just get comfortable here.
All right, and I will stay up here.
All right. However you're most comfortable.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna make sure they can hear me here. Okay.
Okay. Deep breaths. So that's a little taste.
I like it.
You like it?
I wasn't sure if I was seeing colors or if I was just staring into these studio lights.
No, you were seeing
No.
colors. What colors?
Or like yellows and reds and stuff.
Okay.
Is that good?
Well, yellow would be your solar plexus.
Okay.
So that's all about your ego, your personal power, your self-will. And then red is the root chakra right under it. So that's all about stability, security, safety in the physical realm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks.
You're welcome. I mean, normally you have, all the bowls, you start jamming out, and then I like to use like the drum and shells and all kinds of other stuff, and we do some guided meditation, but just a quick little taste.
Well, that was fun.
Rick, how do you feel?
I didn't get close to it, so I didn't get to get the full experience. So for me, it was just calming.
Okay.
Little
We love some
vibrations.
Got it.
And I had my eyes open the whole time too.
I did. I peeped that. I was like
doesn't
looking
work
at you.
where you have your eyes open.
And also for me, like being the first time that happened or I've done this, your imagination starts to go a little bit for like the beginning of it anyways. So when the shit really started like vibrating and frequencying, I was like, yo, is this how like in the Fantastic Four when they're in the spaceship and they Oh, now we're gonna interrupt this little commercial for a little message from our sponsors.
It's time to take my probiotic. I'm sorry.
But like, I imagine when they're on the spaceship and they feel like the waves of that meteorite or whatever they ran into that gave them powers. I was like, am I about to get superpowers?
It's pretty crazy though, right? Because same with me the first time. I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm just thinking my own thoughts.
Yeah.
And then they stop.
Right.
And it's like, hey, what? Then I'm kind of trying to force myself to rethink it again.
Right.
But you can't. Like, it just kind of takes over. And then I fall asleep.
Wait, leave it out. I want to take pictures and stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I think obviously, again, it's different for everyone. I mean, I wouldn't even try. I guess this is your first time, but like it's not. It's like a teaser to your first time. You know. I really like to do a Reiki guided meditation to lead people into it because who knows what happened before you got to wherever we are, So your mind's already racing. You got shit you're thinking about. And so the guided meditation kind of helps you focus on something other than whatever is consuming your mind so you can start to let go. And then it kind of leaves you to sort of journey off to wherever you go. And that's when, all the different sounds come in and people see colors, people feel either heat or tingles or go to sleep or just chill, like every person's experience is different because it just depends on what you need. So,
Well, thank you, Bruna.
you're so welcome. Thank you.
I feel like, you do so much in terms of the healing of just everything.
Healing.
How would you, what do you want to leave everyone listening and watching with in terms of tips on how to just, keep your shit together and stay healing from whatever you might be going through?
If I knew that, I think the best thing, so my brand is called Return to Self for a reason. And the mission in everything that I do is to help people remember who they were before the world taught them who to be. And so that's been sort of my personal journey. And so that's why I feel inclined to try and create spaces, safe spaces for other people to start becoming curious. And I think that's the biggest thing. Like curiosity is the top tier cheat code to the healing journey because it's really easy to fall into the trap of like shame and judgment and criticism. And then you're like, why the fuck does this still piss me off? Like, why is this still a thing? And that's natural, of course, but at the same time, that's not helping you heal whatever it is. And so instead of doubling down on the very things you're trying to heal, it's a matter of, okay, I know this keeps coming up for me. I know I keep feeling this. Like, let me ask questions like, where is this coming from? Is there something specific that is always triggering it? Or when was the first time I remember, like everything we do and the way we show up is for a reason. It's not for nothing. So it's just a matter of becoming curious to ask yourself the questions and seek the guidance and counsel and resources to help you figure out what it is you're being asked to heal and let go of.
Well, hey, Thanks, Bruna. Make
My
sure y'all follow
pleasure.
Bruna on everything. And hey, thank you once again for coming through. I appreciate
Thank you guys.
It's
good to see you.
Yeah.
I know.
Hey man, make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, rate it on wherever you listen to your podcasts. Thanks for watching and listening as always. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
And I'm Nikki Blades. It's been the No Chaser Podcast. Bye.